Hello everyone and welcome to now game 1 in a series between Liquid Taeja and Empire's BratOk here on Antigua Shipyard. Now, at first things first, I will say I got a little bit of food poisoning today and I'm not feeling 100%. I know that you guys are out there, hey, come on, take a break, take a rest, it's okay. Other you guys are out there like, nah, don't let Crota take a break, let him cast. Right now, I feel as though if I just go back into my normal daily routine of casting, watching StarCraft, playing some Diablo, League of Legends, Dota, I will feel like a renewed man. As many gamers know, if you're so sick that you can't play video games, then you are sick. Otherwise, video games have a pretty good therapeutic effect on, I guess, helping the immune system fight off whatever it is. Now, I have not done any scientific research or any real research to prove that, so don't go quoting me. BratOk spawning as the red Terran player at the 5 o'clock position. Yay! Meanwhile, Liquid Taeja spawning as the blue Terran player here at the 11 o'clock position. Now, it is no surprise that Taeja is going to be the favorite in this matchup, and we'll see what the strategies will be. So far, Taeja did open up with the closer to front door supply depot here. Meanwhile, we see that the supply depot was built and rather close to the command center here instead, so that should mean that BratOk has a slight economic lead in terms of SCV production, as we are seeing now Taeja going into a refinery. Alright, so this is not going to be a 1-Rax expand. Instead, it is going to be an earlier tech play, perhaps even Reapers. But then again, I wouldn't really be suspecting Reapers unless this was Heart of the Swarm, where 3 Reapers against a 1-Rax expand is absolutely devastating right now. Alright, we'll see what the strategies will be. BratOk now training up a Marine, getting that orbital command, and should be setting up a command center here. Front door does show a tech lab. Will this SCV perhaps be able to get the supply depot? Yes, it does. And BratOk, all he's going to be able to do is see that there is in fact a tech lab down. Now Taeja also going into a fast second refinery. This is going to be a real telltale sign, as it is going to be fast Reapers. Alright, fast Reapers here. It could come off as a bit of a surprise. Will this SCV be able to make its way out? Yes, it will. Doesn't take any real damage. And now, what is this SCV? Oh, he lets him in. What is this? He actually let him in. Oh my goodness. Alright, the SCV now looking to back away. But as soon as that Reaper pops out, that SCV will pretty much get shut down there. So one scouting Reaper already on the way out. Are we going to get a second Reaper? It looks like we should be getting up a second Reaper as soon as we have 50 gas. Reaper already making its way out across the map. It is going to do a little bit of dancing, hunting for that SCV. SCV, however, is now simply returning to the Xel'Naga Tower in the center portion. Alright, the Reaper does move a little bit faster than an SCV, and I say a little bit because it is very, very minor, as the SCV is going to get a little bit of a scout there on that SCV. Now, will the Reaper be able to catch up? Let's take a look. It is closing in on some of that distance, and the SCV, taking a very smart route, decides to head up the ramp. There are 3 Marines here, with a 4th one now coming in, and I can't imagine Taeja really being able to do very much with this Reaper. Alright, we are going into Nitro packs. Wow, Nitro packs on Reapers. Perhaps Taeja expecting or trying to execute a Heart of the Swarm build here in Wings of Liberty. It is going to be 3 Reapers, and these 3 Reapers may be able to poke and prod and get some damage in. Let's take a look. Yes, this is, in fact, a Wings of Liberty build, or a Wings of Liberty map, as, oh, D8 charges could be used to take down this orbital command. Orbital command taking a lot of damage. And where are all of those Marines? Marines now trying to come down. The Nitro pack should be kicking in momentarily. The Marines trying to get away, or trying to get in some shots here. Is it going to be able to? Oh, the Reapers jumping back up onto the high ground and able to escape. Alright, there is a Hellion here now, and oh, this could be bad. The Reapers now trying to engage. The Reapers do need that Nitro pack, and they could perhaps try to jump up here in just a moment. No, not doing so. And without the combat drugs, those Reapers are pretty much limited in their usefulness. Alright, command center now being established by Taeja. We are looking into, I believe, yes, now Banshee play. Banshee play looking to come in. So this is going to be a Hellion Reaper harassment. And now BratOk deciding to correctly lift off his orbital command so that he cannot lose any units. Marauders perhaps going to get some concussive shells. No, not quite yet. Getting the combat shield instead. The Hellions going to come around, check, realize that there is nothing. Medevac now on the high ground as the Marines and the Marauders able to push back that unit very easily. Taeja does have a Medevac. Old-fashioned way of healing up some Reapers. And where are these Reapers perhaps going to go? All right, there is one Medevac here. We'll see where these Reapers are going to go. The Reapers, jumping up onto the high ground, taking down some of those units and taking down some SCVs. SCVs are pretty much stuck. Oh, a beautiful pickup. I was going to say, what possible reason could you have ever for Reapers to be loaded inside a Medevac, and we just saw it. All right, Reapers now being unloaded once more. Medevacs now healing back up. There goes an SCV looking to take down more units. Oh, the Marauders coming back over, and the Marines getting in position. No stim as of yet, as a Banshee now looks to fly in. This is looking really, really good. Here, let me go ahead and check something very... Whoops. All right, okay. Normally I have that window open just to make sure that my microphone levels are not spiking, so didn't do it during the critical time there as the Reapers now engaging. Oh, beautiful Reaper micro. Not that beautiful, I guess. Reapers now getting picked up and dropped off for a second. Two Reapers and a Medevac. Beautiful, beautiful play here as a Reaper does get shot down there. Another Reaper gonna get shot down alongside that Medevac. Let's take a look at the losses. 950 versus 900. Siege tank now getting some siege tech. There is a bunker off over here, and BratOk going to look to put pressure where he thinks that Taeja is a bit behind. He is actually a bit ahead. 37 SCVs versus 24. The Marines and the Marauders now going to be pushing over here on the high ground. Siege tank is in position. The Marines are simply going to charge up here. Siege tank does not yet have siege tech. This could hurt as the siege tank now getting up onto the high ground. Siege tank now could be firing back. The Marauders and the Marines now trying to push their way in. Supply depots need to be raised, and this could be bad. Taeja now looking to siege up those siege tanks. All of these SCVs may get taken out here. A new siege tank now in position in order to get off some shots onto some of those Marauders. Siege tanks are going to be able to push back those units here. A lot of SCVs trying to group together as the Marines may be able to get off one orbital command. Taeja still has a second orbital command though, so taking down one just seems to even things up a little bit. BratOk now looking to push in, take down a new orbital command. SCVs have been destroyed as the Marines and the Marauders pretty much taking too much of a shell shock from those siege tanks. All right, are these Marines and the Marauders, are they going to be able to slip by here? It looks like no, one of them is not. The siege tank now trying to catch up. More units coming in. The siege tank does move at the same speed. Where are these units going to go, perhaps? There's the engagement. The siege tank needs to back up. Nope, it does not need to. It had plenty of life, absorbed a bit of damage, as we now see 3 siege tanks here. BratOk pushing in, getting in a good trade there. 2625 versus 2000. Harvester count 35 to 37. Worker kill count 13 to 10. As we are now going into a Banshee. All right, Banshee now looking to get in some easy shots here, and it looks like SCVs may get taken down. The Marines are now currently getting just picked apart here. Stim packing not very useful, as it actually causes the Banshee to be able to 2-shot instead of 3-shot. Not altogether that successful. We'll see if any more missile turrets will be established. This one Banshee just holding position here. Meanwhile, one Banshee was shot down there. This Banshee still causing a bit of problems, as we are going to see perhaps another SCV taken down. The Marines still trying to figure out what targets they can attack, as Taeja looking to just hold position. Already up to 9 kills. The Marines are just dancing underneath, and that is not a good place for them to be at all. Okay, so how much damage will those units take? They're all getting into the red. Another Marine getting taken down here. Stim now coming over, and there is the scanner sweep underneath the Banshee. Coming back over, Marines now moving forward with this one Medevac here. Worker kill count 19 to 10. It is not a good day to be an SCV here on Antigua Shipyard. Marines are not upgraded at all. We will soon have, I believe, 1-1 upgrades for BratOk's Marines. Let's see if I can actually find a Marine somewhere on the field. Over here, yes, 1-1 Marines shortly. No sign of an armory yet, though. So without that armory, we'll be stuck at 1-1 upgrades. Meanwhile, Banshees are still being added. We are seeing Infernal Pre-Igniter, Ravens being added as well, and now double factories from Taeja. Alright, so double factories coming in. We are adding on a tech lab here. Are we going to perhaps pick up a reactor as, oh, the Marines are getting dropped off here. Bad position for BratOk. He's not going to be able to really clean this up, losing a lot more than anything else as the SCVs come over to repair. Meanwhile, an attack on the front door. Medevac siege tanks. It looks as though Taeja not repairing this one bunker. It will get taken down. And we are going to be going into reactor Hellions. SCVs now in trouble here. BratOk trying to press where he has a little bit of an advantage. Not going to really work out though, as the Marines now stutter stepping their way away. One Banshee sitting here. Where will that attack go? As we do see one Raven currently in the air. We are currently even on supply, 79 to 84. Excuse me, we were even on supply. Taeja now quickly taking the lead once more. A new command center now being established by Taeja. Meanwhile, BratOk already has up his next command center. We'll have an additional mule for a little while longer, as Banshees still causing problems. Really like this play of using Banshees. We are going to see Stim utilized on a couple of those Marines, trading energy essentially from a medevac to shoot down that Banshee. Half a dozen medevacs in the air. 15 Marines on the ground plus a siege tank. BratOk looking to perhaps exchange damage while attacking, and I don't really know what BratOk's overall plan and strategy is right now. It feels like he's perhaps trying to blindly attack and perhaps catch Taeja out of position. Sometimes that will work, but Taeja has just been so aware of the mini-map and has so many units spread out, siege tanks able to cover in position, as well as we are going to see some missile turrets now being landed as well. So far, medevacs, siege tanks, Marines, you can see that the siege tanks are a bit back here, making sure that any Marines and Marauders from the low ground cannot hit up onto the high ground. Meanwhile, there is still a factory in the air, and we are going into very heavy factory play. It is going to be 5 factories in the air. Hellions now making a move out, cleaning up some of those units here, as the Marines are going to be able to perhaps push back this orbital command. Taeja has a 4th orbital command. Back over here, a siege tank getting caught out of position there, as we do see BratOk running up on 3 bases. This orbital command wanting to hope to land. We are going to perhaps see a drop here, and with no Marines in this group, that could be a little bit of a problem. But no, what is this? Vikings now making their way over, and the medevacs are in full retreat. All right, Vikings still on patrol. Hellions now moving down across the middle. Where are we going to perhaps see a drop? Missile turrets along the sides here, making any drop except for a doom drop pretty much unusable at all, as the siege tanks are dropping down just in time. The siege tanks will end up taking a lot of damage, even though they are pretty immune to the damage from the Hellions. That many siege tanks, or that many Hellions, will just starburst and take down units rather quickly. Alright, so a little bit of an exchange there. We are now seeing Taeja taking in a little bit more losses. Harvester count 63 to 60. An additional orbital commando by Taeja will help him be able to mule mine much more quickly. 156 to 137. BratOk now looking to get unsupply blocked. Now sitting at 137 over 137, building up 6 supply depots at a time. We'll clear that up. We'll clear up that problem in just a moment. All right, the medevac now looking to do a drop on the far side. Hellions now coming in. Siege tanks now already in position. There is a scanner sweep, and that scanner sweep doesn't really show very much, as BratOk now looking to come in for a drop. However, there are 2 missile turrets lying ready and waiting, and I believe those missile turrets will be spotted in just a moment. There you go. Marines are now dropping underneath the barracks, pretty much saying, you know what, if I can't get the missile, if I can't do anything, might as well try to go after a building here. All right, Marines now landing again. BratOk moving over. You can see BratOk trying to establish up his 4th base. Meanwhile, Taeja building up his 5th orbital command. And now a sensor tower, pretty much shutting down any hopes of any drops here. Army compositions, we are pretty even. Taeja having a little bit of a lead here. Siege tanks, Marines now trying to push in. The Hellions just absolutely melting away all these Marines. Siege tanks, even outside of siege mode, The burning smell of Marines pretty much ending many of those lives here, as we can now see Marines now coming back over the top and stimming to finish it down. BratOk with the clear victory in that battle. 142 over 119. Let's take a look at the losses. Taeja now losing about 3,000 more resources. He is going into 3-3. We are seeing 3-3 upgrades now coming in from BratOk. So BratOk is now severely in the lead here compared to the Hellions, which are only upgraded 1-1. Vikings are not upgraded at all. And we are still seeing a lot of just mech come out from Taeja. Vikings now coming in. Siege tanks look to siege up here. Perhaps we will see some auto turrets. Medevacs are in position. And what can really be done? Alright, those siege tanks will be able to get off some free shots. That is pretty much it. An auto turret from a Raven may be able to cause some problems. Yes, both of those siege tanks will end up getting shot and destroyed, as we now see that the medevacs are looking to come in for a drop in on a different side. A beautiful flank attack by BratOk. Will it be enough? Viking siege tanks are in position though, and BratOk now this time taking a lot more damage than he would like. Vikings landing only to get shelled apart by those siege tanks. Siege tanks versus Hellions. Both sides don't do very much damage to each other, so it is a battle of numbers. BratOk now upgrading to a planetary fortress here at the 3 o'clock starting location. Meanwhile, Taeja looking to actually establish the center expansion, the 12 o'clock expansion here. Is he actually going to be double expanding? Yes, he is. Expanding also to the 12 o'clock location as well. This is going to be interesting as we now have an engagement in the center. Siege tank battling up. Marines, both sides fighting it out. More units are taking a lot of splash damage here. BratOk now simply just trying to hold the line as Taeja moving forward with siege tanks. But there is still one siege tank in the backfield. Both of them with this, I guess, line in the sand saying, if you attack me, I'll kill you. If I attack you, you'll kill me, type of thing. So let's not deal with that whatsoever. Siege tanks. Oh, the siege tank. Beautiful play by Taeja, moving forward with some Hellions first to absorb some of the blast, while the siege tanks come up from behind to get the necessary damage off. All right, siege tanks are in position here. Taeja now playing King of the Hill on Antigua Shipyard. Siege tanks both sides getting pummeled, absolutely pummeled, and who's going to come out on top? BratOk now still with sight. Oh, another siege tank may get destroyed there. There it goes. As there you have it. There is that line in the sand, and this siege tank, oh, taking a little bit of damage there. So the Vikings simply on patrol. Siege tanks are getting in position. Where are these units going to go? We now see another line of units perhaps trying to come across the center. Oh, a beautiful move by BratOk. Trying to deny the sight with a mule, and we see that the siege tanks were able to roll up right during that time. More siege tanks now looking to come in. Viking now going into ground mode to get off some easy shots there. Is it gonna? Oh, it is gonna be able to finish off some of these siege tanks. That is absolutely huge. No, not able to. The siege tank getting some cover by Marines, some stimmed Marines just in time. SCVs now smartly transferred to the 12 o'clock location by Taeja, making sure to not lose any units there. All we now need to see is BratOk building siege tanks here to blast away at that planetary fortress. Planetary fortress obviously cannot lift up here. And now what is going to be happening here? Vikings could go after those medevacs. Hellions trying to run in, unable to do so. The Marines getting in position, and Taeja may end up losing this planetary fortress. So BratOk doing a great job, and now I would say that the momentum is in BratOk's court. He has the larger army and the more tech army. Going into level 3 weapons upgrade, however, is Taeja. Marines now trying to make their way over. There is a planetary fortress here, and wow, how would you like to come up a ramp and only to get hit by an Ibicus cannon from a planetary fortress, just right in the face. All right, back here, siege tanks, and many of them killing on 13 siege tanks compared to 8. Hellions being utilized. Siege tanks now blasting, trying to cover each other, and all of these Marines will get cleaned up. BratOk unable to come in as the Marines are all just standing way too close together, and all these Hellions, will they perhaps find? Yes, they will find some of these SCVs here. Marines now up on the high ground. Taeja, does he know about this expansion? Not quite yet. And still, there are still a couple of Hellions back here. So, looking at 19 over 17 workers killed, or worker comparison killed. Marines now trying to do perhaps a little bit of a slip by not going to work. Hellions with that very fast movement speed, able to get over in position in a hurry. All right, harvester count 61 to 61. We are dead even. Army compositions pretty even as well, as one Hellion looks to get off a couple kills. Looks like it perhaps got 1 or 2 at the most, as we now see a sensor tower being built by BratOk. So 2 circles of a Venn diagram not quite covering each other. Siege tanks are here and here as well. Where are these siege tanks looking to perhaps possibly go? Hellions are ready. Where are they going to be charging in? We have 3-2 upgraded Hellions. These Hellions dealing 25 damage per attack. Even with the armor, I think it goes down to 22. It does take 3 shots to take down a stimmed Marine, as the siege tanks are now going to get destroyed here. A critical line in the sand. BratOk unable to fire back, as we now see a large group of units trying to come in. Hellions just simply rolling in there, going after the siege tanks and getting Marines for free in that engagement. And now BratOk is in a bit of trouble. He is slipping severely, and he had an advantage for so long, and now Taeja was just able to just mass up a massive army. 3-2 upgraded Hellions and siege tanks. And there you have it. BratOk now down by about 70 supply. All right, a new command center trying to be established here. Hellion not on patrol. Hellion's now looking to come in. Ibicus Cannon's going to finish off one Hellion very easily. Perhaps another Hellion in just a moment. So far, 10 siege tanks, 17 Hellions in the center of the map. 25 Hellions total, 17 siege tanks total, and a couple Vikings. Will this be enough, as Taeja now rolls on out? Siege tanks and Marines rolling into position here, gonna perhaps catch a couple of these SCVs. But what is this? Attacking while the army is away. The Hellions should be able to finish off some SCVs. There are a couple Hellions here, and oh, that could be an absolute torching. No, Taeja not coming in at all. Now trying to engage against this siege tank army. Hellion's gonna, nope, not come down the ramp. Not quite sure what's happening, as Taeja could have dealt a devastating blow, but BratOk still says GG here, as there were siege tanks destroying this planetary fortress. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 in this series.